This two camera is a Netflix approved camera. Are you a filmmakers looking for a perfect camera for your project? So on today's vlog guys, I'm gonna give you two approved Netflix camera from Canon and Sony. So we have the Canon R5C and the Sony FX3. So on today's vlog, we will make a specs comparison between these two camera and let's see which camera is the best for you. Either the Canon R5C or the Sony FX3. So again guys, before anything else, if you like this kind of content, if you like photography, please try to subscribe and hit the notification bell so at least you'll be updated for all the videos that I will upload regarding photo, video, and tutorial comparison. So, without further ado, let's start now guys. But before we start jumping into specs comparison between these two camera, we will see the announced date or we will check the announced date and the price as of today on these two camera. So again, the Sony FX3 announced last February 23 of 2021 with a price of 3,700 US dollar. So again, it's announced last February 23, 2021 with the price of 3,700 US dollar. While the Canon R5C announced last January 19 of 2022 with a price of 3,400 US dollar body. Again guys, both camera have a only body for that price. And that price we take from one of the famous shop in the US. So again, the price will be depends on your local market. So it's not what I mentioned price. It's same as in your local area. It will still depends on your local market. So again, let's dive into reason to choose the Sony FX3 over the Canon R5C. First, you have the gyroscopic stabilization. You have on-body mounting points, which is you have 1, 2, 3, and you can include also the top handle with the XLR. So you have 3, 4, so you have 5, at least 5, 6, I can see 6 screw. So, yan. Third, you have a lens breathing correction, censorship in body stabilization, maximum native ISO. You have more better maximum ISO because this camera is only 12 megapixel. So you have a 102.400 ISO 1000 compared for 51,000 of the R5C. You have more better battery life, which is 600 shots compared for 320 shots of the R5C. You are more lighter if you don't have this XLR, just the body. It will weight 716 grams compared for 770 grams of the Canon R5C. You have already NFC connection and focus mapping on the Sony FX3. And again guys, the Sony FX3, you have tons of lenses available in the market. So you can get from Samyang, Sigma, Tamron, of course Sony, and other brands like third-party brands. So, yan. Next, let's jump into the reason why we will select or choose the Canon R5C over the Sony FX3. First, you have already timecode terminal. This is synchronize your audio and video recording. You have already electronic viewfinder. Yes, if you want to do photo, if broad daylight outdoor, you cannot see from the screen, you can use your electronic viewfinder. Sensor resolution is 45 megapixel compared for 12. Again, not only for video, for film, but you can use also for photo. Because we have 45 megapixel, number of focusing points, which is 1053, compared for 759 of FX3. You have more, this is more faster in terms of continuous shooting burst mode because it's 20 frames per second compared for 10 frames per second of the Sony FX3. You have already time-lapse recording, maximum video resolution. Actually, there is a time-lapse recording in the FX3, but it's optional. Yan. Maximum video recording is 8K or 8,192 by 4,320 compared for Ultra HD of Sony FX3, which is 3,840 by 2,160. You have already top LCD, flashing port, focus bracketing, vehicle tracking autofocus. So this is the reason why we will select the Canon R5C over the FX3. So, again guys, there's some similarity. So, they both have a dual base ISO. They're both unlimited video recording. Depends on your battery and memory card. XLR input, you have already normal XLR or the Sony from the XLR H1 top handle from the Sony. And you have Tascam CA-XLR2 2D. So, I think it's small XLR. Let's see the XLR from the Canon R5C. Yeah, this is the XLR of Canon R5C. It's mini, like a mini XLR, or they called CA XLR 2D. Yeah. So wireless and Bluetooth connection, fully articulated touchscreen, face detection, focus, microphone and headphone port, weather shield camera, AF bracketing. You have two storage slot, both UHS 2 UHS 2 compatible, and CF Express Type A from the Sony FX3 and CF Express Type B for the Canon R5C. You have smartphone remote, digital video stabilization, webcam function, anti-flicker, and eye tracking focus. So that is the similarity between these two cameras. So again, guys, for me, if you're a Canon lover, if you're a Sony lover, if you like these two camera, it's your at the end of the day, it's your choice. If you like the color of Canon R5C, if you like the style and color of Sony FX3, both camera have a same purpose that you can use for your filming or filmmaking. And so again, it will depends again on your creativity, how you will make your video stand out. So, yan. Again, for me, if I want to at least have a photo, but this is a video camera. But if I want to use as a photo, not only for filming, but I want to use as a photo, then I will go with R5C because of you have already 45 megapixel on the camera. So while 12 megapixel only, it's also more faster because it's 20 frames per second. So, yan guys, I think that's it for today's vlog. Again, if you want to check the price and availability of these two products, the Sony FX3 and the Canon R5C, you can visit to our website, www.abworld.com. So yan guys, hanggang dito na lang. Thank you and mabuhay.